Shalom and welcome to a small sanctuary. Here is a Purim Retrospective from the last 2 years, showing last year's crafts, Mishloach Manot that you're seeing here, and hamantaschen as well. Last year's hamantaschen I made rainbow colored. I colored the dye in 4 primary colors, and together with the undyed dough made these 5 rainbow colors. I mixed them up, sliced them into circles, and they gave a beautiful effect. It was a lot of work, but it was a fun project. Here you can see my son last year turning them into hamantaschen, and here they are filled with jelly. We baked a big batch, got some little gifts from the dollar store, and packed those up as our Mishloach Manot. We brought them around to our friends, and they were a big hit. Purim also had some nice weather last year, so we enjoyed more regular hamantaschen outdoors. This year you will see me cooking up together some more hamantaschen dough, and what I changed this year is that I made chocolate dough and regular dough, and I rolled them into each other, kind of like a babka almost, or cinnamon rolls, and filled them with Nutella. And that was a delicious little hack. They turned out very pretty and very striking, and they were a bit tastier than last year's rainbow hamantaschen. So that's something I definitely enjoyed doing with my kids, and they loved these chocolate hamantaschen as well. Here they are, ready to go into the oven, nicely formed, and it's an exercise in letting go, because I let my kids make these hamantaschen and they are a little rustic in shape, let's say, but that's really okay. So here they are, ready to be baked, and they came out of the oven looking good and tasting good, and you could taste that chocolate flavor in the dough, which was an original twist. And admittedly, this was something that I had seen on Instagram, so all credit is due to the internet. We packed them up into a big pile and started assembling our Mishloach Manot. Here they are all in the cookie tin, and we went to Michael's, got our supplies for Mishloach Manot, stickers and little bits and bobs, and baggies to assemble our packages for our friends and loved ones and classmates in school. And I think people just love getting Mishloach Manot, and my kids had a fun time putting them together. It's a mitzvah to deliver at least 2 Mishloach Manot to your loved ones, and we ended up doing about 13, and then my husband took the kids around to drop them off to their friends. Loads of stickers, colorful bits and bobs, and ribbons. Here we are at Michael's, and it turned into a great little craft project, which the kids enjoyed this year as well as last year. And here my son is making a list of all his friends he wants to give Mishloach Manot to. I enjoyed these colorful little bags from Michael's. They were kind of gender neutral, which was definitely something I was going for, and my daughter is showing a sparkly sticker. I got these pastry bags to pack up the Mishloach Manot. They worked better than the Ziploc bags I used last year, so that was a definite win. Highly recommend picking those up at Michael's too. And the Mishloach Manot look delicious, ready to go. I also included these colorful little napkins just from the party section of Michael's, and it just adds a little pop of color and festivity as well. Hello Kitty packages for my daughter's friends. She chose those all by herself to bring some joy to her friends as well. And here they are, all ready and good to go. We still had some dough left over in the freezer, so I made some more Mishloach Manot. Some filled with Nutella and chocolate chips, and some filled with jelly. And I dusted them with powdered sugar, and they turned into a delightful tea time treat. And of course, Purim is a great excuse to set a nice tea table, as I'm always tempted to do. And here we are with some lit candles, enjoying this quiet, peaceful moment before taking my children to our Megillah reading and Purim party. pouring myself a fresh cup of Purim tea right here. Here they are, looking tasty and delightful. I used Tori Avey's recipe and I love it. They turn out buttery and tasty, and I highly recommend. I will link it down in the show notes below. Here we are, a hamantaschen. Prepping the Megillah reading for our Purim party. I read part of the Megillah. And here are some of the treats at the Purim party with our local Jewish community. Me enjoying that cocktail a little too much, might I add. And finally, me in my astronaut beware of the Jewish space laser costume, because I was part of the elite corps of astronauts operating the space laser. A freiliche Purim. Thank you for coming along with me today. Hope you enjoyed this brief little Purim update, short and sweet, and I will be seeing you next time to talk about Passover. Be well, my friends. Shalom uvracha, with peace and blessings from my bayit to your bayit. Bye.